Why are chocolate coins eaten on Hanukkah? Let's find out in today's autopsy, history, and review of Hannukah Gelt. Traditionally eaten or used to play dreidel on Hanukkah, they are chocolate coins wrapped in foil, usually with a menorah stamped on them. This tradition has a few possible explanations, but one of the more likely ones is that they are a tribute to the defeat of King Antiochus IV by the Maccabees between 167 to 160 BC. And you ever need to rededicate the Temple of Jerusalem, but you only have enough oil to burn for one day? Well, that's what happened to the Maccabees, but somehow it ended up lasting for 8, which is why this is now celebrated with the 8 Nights of Hanukkah, these gold coins being an edible recreation of the currency minted back then to commemorate the event. The second most likely story is that since the Hebrew word for education, Hannukah, sounds like Hanukkah, in Eastern Europe in the 1700s, it became a holiday of teaching, so parents would give their children coins, or in Yiddish, Gelt, to teach them to give this to people less fortunate than themselves. Eventually, these morphed into chocolate coins because, come on, kids with money, they're just going to eat the coins anyway. In New York City in the 1920s, Loft's Candies started catering to the growing Jewish population by becoming the first to mass-produce Gelt and the first to wrap them in foil and sell them in little mesh bags to simulate money pouches, a way of carrying money that hasn't been done in probably 300 years. My review? This is another one that's hard to rate because there's no one brand that sells the definitive Hannukah Gelt, so you're basically just rating chocolate. It could be great if you get it from the finest chocolate shop of Paris. It could be awful if you get it from the bottom shelf of the worst supermarket in Paris. I only buy chocolate in Paris. Unfortunately, your typical Hannukah Gelt more oftentimes lines up with the latter, waxy, barely chocolatey kind, so my rating is 1.5 out of 5 cavities. What would you rate these? Hear our full review on our Candy Review podcast, Candy is Dandy.